Welcome to episode 24 of the Open Bar Podcast. I'm your host, Gino. Of course, we got my other host, Ricardo, in the building. And today we have a special guest. He is a he's an artist here from our city, from San Antonio. His name is Kid G. How you doing, man? Thank you for hopping on the show. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man. It's cool.
Yeah, no problem. So before we start with anything, so I grabbed this beer. So today's beverage that we're having is it's called Buenos Tiempos. It's a Mexican style lager. I'm still keeping the same theme as of last podcast because we had a Mexican style lager last one. So this is Belching Beaver Brewing Company. I don't know where this is. I can't really see. California.
Oceanside, California.
Yeah, so California. So I picked this up, same thing. I was just at the store and I just saw the cover of the can and
so dope, man.
It looks really badass. And I was like, cool.
Very Day of the Dead themes. Mariachi, colorful. You know, I love my pop colors.
And it's cool because this is
he's smoking a joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's one pint and it's
dope.
4.8% alcohol. So this won't get you too fucked up unless you're drinking a whole bunch.
Yeah, so Mexican lagers, you already know I drink a lot of those.
Yeah, shit's delicious.
Can't go wrong with those. Perfect for that thirst in the summer. And man, this can is cool. I gotta keep a
the can is dope. Yeah, what about you? Like, what's your go-to alcohol beverage?
I'm real basic, bro. I like Dos Equis.
Dos Equis, that's your go-to?
That's a go-to for me. It's just simple. But I fucking hate it from a bottle, bro. I can't drink that shit out of a bottle.
Oh, so you drink it from a can? Yeah. I'm the opposite.
Yeah, no, I can't drink. Like, every time it's in a bottle, no matter how cold it is.
I've never heard that before.
It's weird, bro, for me. If it's it can be in an ice chest for a solid 30 minutes to an hour, just full of ice. I'll pull it out. It'll be good for the first few drinks, whatever. But if it's out of the fridge or ice, whatever, for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's super warm.
There's your problem right there, fam. Why would it take you 20 minutes to finish a beer?
Hey, man, I'm not a huge alcohol drinker.
Hey, man,
But this shit is really smooth, though.
No,
I feel like I could go through a whole pack of these in 20 minutes.
It is smooth. No, because I was going to ask, because you recommended us a beer one time back when we were doing recommendations.
I did?
It was an Alaskan Husky or some shit like that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was about a year ago. It was like one of our beginning
it was
shows.
Probably a beer I had with the homies sometime, around that time, and it was just fire. And I was like, no, I wonder if they had this.
I don't remember that beer. I remember how it tasted.
It was strong. I believe it had 8% alcohol. So of course that's why you don't remember it. But.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, maybe he's just like a IPA, or just he tries all these different types of beer.
I mean, I like trying
I've never heard of this
breweries
company
that I haven't heard of. If I'm at the store and I kind of like you did, oh, this looks cool. That's kind of what I'll go towards.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a high risk, high reward. Oh, it's super good, or nah, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how we started, but by now we know. By picking it out, whether we think we're gonna like it or not.
Yeah, because in the beginning we would just pick something random, but sometimes that random was not good.
Yeah, we didn't know. I personally didn't know the difference between an IPA and APA and all of these.
Yeah,
so I was like, all right, this is just a beer. Maybe I knew German beer, but I don't know. I love this.
I hear Germans drink warm beer. Y'all know if that's true?
Yeah.
Germans do a lot of stuff.
Well, so whenever I was in London, they also drink warm beer too. They drink warm from the tap. And I remember hearing about that, and I went to a bar, and sure enough, it was just warm tap. And I don't know,
that's weird.
It is kind of weird. I don't know. I do like it cold, but
don't hate it till you try it.
I mean, I tried it.
Yeah.
I was out there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you had it once. They're used to it. They grow.
Yeah, they grow accustomed to it.
An acquired taste, I guess. But yeah, I want to do it.
I was like, man, can you give me some ice?
But that's why they do. That's why they do a lot of stouts, right?
Well, this is in London. I don't know if they do stouts in London, but in Germany,
they do.
Well, in Ireland, they do. I think that's where Guinness is at. In Ireland, so yeah, I think so. Those areas, both areas, they have those dark
Have
beers.
you tried stouts?
No, I haven't. I've had one Guinness before in my life.
Did you like it?
No.
Well,
I
they're
hated
like that.
Yeah, it's a very dark.
I had it when I was like 22.
Milky beer.
Yeah.
Like milky beer. Like that's not beer. Let's just call it fucking, I don't know, milky beer.
Nah, that shit'll get you fucked up.
Oh yeah. Now it's not as bad. We've been saying like we gotta start dipping more into stouts and we really haven't.
Yeah.
It's because it's hot. You
Yeah,
know, we got all these.
I feel like that's more the colder seasons just to have like that type of
That would make
beverage.
sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
So maybe like around October-ish, we'll start dipping in more into stouts and
I think
see
you
how.
gotta wait. Like here, probably gotta wait till January before it gets cold.
That's true. Shit,
October
like
is probably still gonna be the same as it is right
December, January. That'll be it. Maybe February we'll have another snowing
now. Like
season
Christmas
again.
isn't even cold here, like it's supposed to be. It's
I know that's so fucking weird.
crazy because as a kid, you're like accustomed
Global
to
warming.
believing like,
Yeah, global
oh,
warming.
Christmas
This
is
is
supposed to be cold.
an advertisement for global
No,
warming.
I remember being a kid and having to wear.
A kid? You were a kid, G?
Yeah, I was a kid,
Damn, G.
and my name starts with a G. Kid G. I was the
Oh,
original
shit.
Kid G.
The original Kid
Damn,
G.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Kid Gino.
Yeah, I was Kid G. Yeah, Kid Gino, and then I became Gino. I dropped the kid. Not really.
I mean, you introduced him, but I mean, we just mentioned Kid G. How did you come up with your name?
Man, that's an embarrassing story to be honest with you.
I want to hear it.
All
'Cause
right, so let me. All right, it's gonna be a story. So, the first beat I ever wrote to when I put on SoundCloud was "Nightmares of the Bottom Lil Wayne." That's the first beat I ever wrote to, and my friend wanted to put it on SoundCloud. I was like, I have a SoundCloud account. I don't know what the fuck it's for, but I have one. Like, and so we get to it, and we record the song on Audacity and a Rock Band microphone. He already had like a little stage name, and I didn't. And he was like, "What do you want to put?" And I was like, "I don't know." And all my socials at the time were B Nizzle, you know, like 3Z's.
B Nizzle.
B Nizzle. That was all my socials
like
handles.
B dot.
No, just straight B Nizzle. Like, I came up with that in like 6th grade,
Yeah.
and I held on to it through like I think I recorded that song like my junior year in high school. So we put it out as that, and then I met my homie AJM, and that's when I actually started recording and writing, and he was like, "Bro, you gotta change your name." I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna fight you on that, bro." So I just started thinking, I was like, you know, I feel like I'm always gonna be like a kid at heart, bro. Like that's just the way that I am. And at the time, I was obsessed with fucking space and shit. I was obsessed with galaxies and astrology. I wanted to fucking major in astronomy or whatever at the time. And I was
Astronomy or astrology?
like, astronomy. That's what I wanted to major in. And I was like, fuck it. Galactic. Galaxies, galactic, whatever. Fuck it. Kid Galactic. And then after a while, I was like, that's too fucking long. Oh, that's long as fuck. And I was like, no, what? Fuck it. G is where it's going to stay.
Kid G.
And I was afraid to tell this story. I knew it would come up somewhere along the line, but yeah, that's where my name is from. I've thought about changing it a few times, but it's like,
Why are you afraid of it? Everybody's got their own story. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's any different than any other people that just comes up with their name. Sometimes they just do.
But now you got a lot of people that are using like names that sound like actual names. Like, at least here, like in the local scene, it's like there's a lot of people.
Well, I think it's just one of the things that you got to start off with.
Yeah, I
So-
mean that's true.
So I think they put a lot of thought pre,
Oh, for sure.
becoming an artist. So, but yeah.
But it's
So
like
does the G still stand for galactic?
Nah, it's just
Because
there.
that sounded kind of dope.
Yeah, Kid Galactic kind of does.
I mean,
in a sense,
I feel like the people
I will click on that.
have known me,
MC
since-
Galactic.
Dude, Kid
Since then-
Galactic album. Like, you should name your next album Kid Galactic. I fuck with it. Trust me. Kid G. Kid.
Yeah, that's where the name came from. And I feel people that have known me since I started making music, I don't even know if they remember that name anymore. Because I've gone under Kid G for the past year and a half.
Drop it on them.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's for the
Did
OGs.
my first 2 mixtapes completely re-recorded,
Do it.
rewritten too. Because they're on Bandcamp.
Oh, okay. Because
But-
I was looking up your SoundCloud to see if you had any like mixtapes on there, but I just saw singles.
Yeah, so A Woman's Voice was actually from my first mixtape, Clear View. A Woman's Voice is on there, and that's under Kid Galactic. Or I released it under Kid Galactic on Bandcamp. I didn't release it on SoundCloud because the last time I was on SoundCloud, I believe they like once you hit a certain amount of minutes of audio, like tracks, whatever you put out, you have to start paying. And I'm like, I'm not paying for SoundCloud. Fuck that. And so that's why there's no mixtapes on
SoundCloud.
Yeah, on SoundCloud. They're strictly on Bandcamp.
Oh, okay. So beforehand, you said you were out skating.
Yeah.
Like, how long you been skating for?
Oh man, I've been skating since 6th grade, I think.
Oh shit.
I don't skate as much as now anymore. Of course, I got old. It's all caught up to me.
But I mean, just before you even hopped onto this podcast, you were out skating. So that's still pretty cool that you're still out.
I got
doing
active today.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
I was checking out your Instagram. I saw your little clips, man.
I used to like skate. I mean, back in middle school, I had a board.
Old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Oh, you youngin. You a young boy. It's still
Super young.
I'm 24. Like. My body feels like it's mid 30s. I got on the board today. I rode around a little bit. I hit a rail. I was like, "Fuck."
Where do you go skate at?
I'm a park rat when I do skate. I'll go to Jaws in New Braunfels, Seguin, or Park West, I think it's called. There's a park out there in Seguin, Live Oak, Duck Pond over there off Marbach. Really everywhere, anywhere. The parks here in San Antonio are pretty dope for the most part. LBJ was the home when I skated consistently. I would be there every weekend, being 15, 16 years old, drinking old English 40s and just stayed until 11 o'clock midnight.
Don't do that, kids. Don't do that, kids. Only drink if you're 21.
I was like the typical like stereotype skateboarder, like.
No, I remember those.
I wasn't a bad kid either. That's the worst part.
And drinking OE and just hanging out and just skating.
Yeah, like Old English, Mickey's.
With the friends.
Yeah, I was skating.
Foster's.
I was skating in Pro Skater. Tony Hawk.
Shit, I still be playing that.
Yeah, I play. I'm on Skater XL more than anything now.
I haven't played that game.
So I'm assuming the whole skating culture has been a big part of your life.
For the most part, yeah, I would say that.
You still keep up with everything, or what?
What I see on my Instagram feed, I try to keep up with it. Like if someone drops a new part, I'll check it out.
How do you feel about the fact that skating was the official sport in the Olympics?
Oh man, it's cool for the culture as a whole. What I don't agree with though is, obviously if you skate, you're bound to smoke weed, do drugs. And in the Olympics, they're like strictly against that, right?
I know.
I can guarantee 75% of the men's skateboarding team for the USA smokes weed daily.
I know. And imagine they tell them like you gotta get off of it because we're going to this strict country and rules.
That's just a part of the culture though. So
yeah.
I feel they accepted it, but it's not fair to others like basketball, track, whatever other sports in the Olympics.
Yeah, and then if you're not gonna let the people that fail the drug test go in, you're taking all your good people out.
It's fucked up, but I could see both sides.
Yeah.
But marijuana doesn't enhance your performance.
But was that even a thing? Like people wanted that they wanted to be on the Olympics.
I feel. That you got skateboarders
because they got their own events. They don't need that shit.
X Games.
Yeah, they got X Games, Street League. They got shit like that. The Barracks holds their little game, competition games of skate. But the way that I see it is like you got a skateboarder that says "fuck that," that's stupid, and then you got one that's like, it's cool because people look at skateboarding as like fucking trouble. Like anyone who holds a skateboard running around, you're fucking trouble.
Yeah, I could see that because
it's true.
No, I can see that. Which sucks, but I see both sides of it. I do think it's pretty cool that it is kind of being it's an Olympic sport, but it seems skateboarding's gone way global.
Yeah, it's progressed a lot over the last 15 years.
Whenever I was out in Spain, I saw a skate park and it was filled. It was filled. It was like a Friday afternoon and people were just out there skating and just hanging out. I was like, damn. I really haven't seen a skate park. At least here in San Antonio like that, where I mean, it was just like filled with just people just hanging out.
Yeah, here in San Antonio, you're probably not going to see much of that, to be honest.
Because it's too hot outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, maybe because it's kind of hot.
Not that, but I mean, I'm sure you go to.
That won't stop them.
You go to Upton, New Braunfels, Jaws on a Friday, Saturday.
It's like that.
It's sometimes it's popping. Seguin's real dead, but Seguin's a dope ass park. Then if you go to House Park in Austin, that park is It's like a 15,000 square feet park, I think.
Sure.
Super fucking dope. I mean, it can be packed, but it's not gonna look packed because it's so spread out and there's so much shit to do, like different shit to do there.
Do you know how to ride like ramps and whatnot?
As far as transition goes, I can skate transition, but I'm not the best at it. I'll hit a back feeble, back 50, rock fakie, nollie front D, but I'm not those people that jump like do big ass front airs or nothing like that. Like,
okay.
Nowadays I like to stay close to the ground. A few years ago you could catch me throwing myself down 8 to 10 stairs. Now it's like, nah, I like to stay close to the ground.
I know. I like to hear from someone who's done it. I'm like, I see those people that is just try after try after try. And you got to give it to them. It's dope. You know, motivation until they get that landing. But how many years can you take that for, man? That's got to be a fucking beating.
For me,
how do you even land? Because you know you're going to fall the majority a lot of times. So you got to be prepared for it in some way, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a certain way everybody has to landing when they're jumping down big shit. Mine, I've always been a bigger guy. So when people would see myself going down 8 to 10 stairs, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, yeah, fucking just send it, dude. Like, fuck,
send it.
Like, I've always known I was
what
bigger.
What year was this?
This was, I broke my ankle in school trying an 8 stair in the auditorium on my way to class.
High school. But what year, man?
That was...
I need to confirm something in my head.
2012, 2013.
Oh, yeah. YOLO had just came out by Drake. You were like, YOLO.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I figured, yep.
But I mean, when it's like when you're jumping down shit, you're just like, all you're thinking about is rolling away, and that feeling is kind of like, what can I compare it to? There's no real feeling like it. Like when you jump down something, you've been doing it for 25, 30 minutes to an hour, and you're just like, fuck, dude, right here. And then you throw your trick and you fucking roll away. You look back and you're like, fuck, I fucking did. That's how I felt when
I believe it. It sounds super exciting just to.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even doing like crazy flipping shit downstairs either. I was doing ollies and 180s, and I have homies doing tray flips, nollie heels down stuff, and I'm like, bro, that's fucking crazy.
Is that the only thing you've broken? Just your ankle from skateboarding?
That I know of.
And his heart.
I think I've broken a toe or finger somewhere down the line, but never got it looked at.
Damn, I've never broken a bone before. I don't even know how that feels.
That's crazy. I've broken my wrist twice.
We can make that happen. Here,
the milk I've been drinking, man. That shit works.
You got that calcium.
Yeah, that shit works.
Make sure you take your calcium, kids and adults. You know, again, you need it. You need it all the time. You like Lupe Fiasco?
Oh man, I already know where this is going. Y'all talking about
it doesn't have to go anywhere. I'm just thinking kick push.
Lupe Fiasco is super dope. I think he's very underrated.
You're making Gino happy. Look at his smiling.
I mean, yeah, he's underrated. He had a couple hits where people hopped on his bandwagon for a bit, and then nothing that he put out really took to the billboards. But I mean, he's dope. I mean,
yeah. That was my question. I wasn't leaning into it because we already had this conversation. We already had this conversation with Donnie, honestly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to have it again, but
we talked too much Lupe already.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to Lupe.
You know, I just thought skating, Lupe, kick push.
So the fact that you even brought up Lupe, I will say yesterday he posted a tweet saying he's making a whole album in 24 hours. No. Oh. He's making a whole album in 24 hours and he's live tweeting it.
What the fuck?
Live tweeting the lyrics? Or like as live songs come out or what?
No.
Like as he finishes them? Or
yeah, as he's finishing them, he's just like 12 down, 11 down, 10 down. Yeah. Wow. So I was like, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Goat level shit right there.
It really is kind of goat level shit. I mean, depending on how the album sounds.
You know how I feel about Lupe. And I haven't been listening to him as much as I should, but like everything that he's doing lately is hyping me up because now I could tell he's gone past the mainstream. Now he's like, let me show you motherfuckers what I could do, and he's just trying to prove like I got skills. I got skills.
Yeah, I think he's more so proving himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
like, cause that whatever comes out of it,
That's crazy, bro.
it's gonna be good in a way, or if it's not, I don't know. That sounds
Like,
exciting. So when's that coming out? Like tomorrow? Or what?
No, it's not coming out tomorrow.
Like 4 hours in the studio, had me gas, bro. 24
no,
hours straight.
he I'm sure he still has to like mix it and everything. No, but I think just making
But
songs.
he already made it.
No, so I checked today.
No, I'm saying like when is he starting it, and when's he gonna like when's that happening?
Oh, he said 24 hours. So he's supposed to finish it by tomorrow.
Oh,
So he could be working right now, just.
Yeah. So he's
That's
gonna.
fucking
That's
crazy.
crazy. He said he finished half yesterday, but then he says, so the 24 hour. I guess he broke the rule. He's like, I'm gonna finish the other half tomorrow.
So it seems like he's doing a lot of just freestyling, right? Like what he was saying about the one with Roy is
Yeah.
just not going in there with any writing, just whatever.
Yeah, just kind of coming up.
That's dope.
That's still crazy.
How do you write?
How do I write? Man, everybody's got a process. Me, I think I was talking to him earlier. You know, I've had real bad writer's block lately. But when I write, it's like okay, I'll put it this way. My entire album, Bars on Me, it was written in a span of 3 weeks. And those 3 weeks, I was working those 3 weeks. So it was written at work. You know, I was listening to beats and I was like sitting in my van, like in front of a customer's house, supposed to go in. They can wait 5 minutes. I'm early. Da-da-da-da. That's cool. Da-da. Just keep going. And so it's really just like, I think, spur of a moment when inspiration hits me. It's just like, I need to do something. I don't really have like, I can't go somewhere and sit down and say, all right, I'm going to write 2 songs right now.
Oh, like going to the studio and be like, okay, I'm gonna write.
Unless like the energy is right. Like I know people talk about energy, it's real, it's fake. Energy is
the
100%
energy-
real for me. Like if I go in there and the
I
vibe
believe
is
it.
right, yeah, I'm gonna come out with something if I have nothing on my pad. But you know, the inspiration has to be there. Without the inspiration, I've put stuff out that hasn't had inspiration. I know it hasn't, and it's been rushed. And I hear it back today, and I'm like, this ain't it. If I don't like it, I know people aren't gonna like it.
Yeah.
And it sucks that they're out there, but they're on projects that I don't want to pull the entire project. So it's just like I just gotta let it sit there.
But that's also how you like grow. You're just like,
Right, yeah.
If I don't like it, and then you're like, okay, this is what I need to improve, and so like I don't know, just for the next album, like it's gonna be better than this.
Right, yeah,
You know?
100%. I mean, my album was rushed to a degree. Of course, at the time when I dropped it, I thought it was fucking dope as fuck, and I was like, this shit's hot.
Dude, be proud of yourself.
Listening to it now, it's like.
Why do you think it felt rushed, or like why did you rush it?
So I'll go down to a specific song. There's a song I have with Justice Damien, David Christian, Donnie Canvas, and Mark Battles. It's called "Sick of It."
Donnie Canvas.
There's you can hear in the verses. I have 2 verses, and I'm on the hook and pre-hook. Everybody's energy is fucking there, but then you hear my verses like I should have re-recorded. I should have went harder. But at the time, whenever the song was finally put together, I was like, this shit's hot. Listening to it now, it's like you can hear the difference in the energy from each artist, and then there's me. You know, I should have went back and re-recorded my parts, but I just didn't. And that's just an example of like,
yeah.
you know, that song, I like it. It did very well, but I think it could have done better if I would have taken that time and matched others' energy.
I don't know. The thing I can tell you is if you're already aware of that and you feel, I don't know, every artist feel like has that same feeling where they just feel they could have done better. That's a good feeling to have. Even if you feel
Right.
insecure about it, that's a good
I mean,
feeling to have.
I feel a lot of people
Because
feel like that way.
you already are gonna know that the next time you go into it, you're gonna have a different mindset. So
Right.
because there's other people that are gonna do what what everybody does, and they think they did a great job when they didn't. So
Right.
I think, yeah, man, don't put yourself down. That's a good mentality to have.
So you were talking about your album, Bars on Me.
Right.
That's everywhere on all streaming platforms, right?
Yeah, I dropped that September 18th, 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's on Apple, Spotify.
Yeah, I think
What a good year
that's actually when we
2020
met.
was.
I think that's when we actually met in person for the first time. It was that show that
I met you over there.
at Latin Vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that's the day
I was trying to
dropped
remember the name. Latin Vibes. Yeah, dude. That was what on September, October.
That was September 18th. That's
See, I knew it was September-ish.
Yeah, but dude, that was still like pandemic was still like almost full force.
Yeah, bro. Like Prince. Like I know I linked with Prince Boscus a few times during the pandemic for shows, and you know,
I'm sure they needed money.
He was hustling through the whole pandemic, bro. Like there wasn't any shows going on, but every time I saw him like put something on Instagram, like I got a show, artists lock in. I'm like, bro, what's up?
Oh yeah, you did like a virtual show too, no? Or like a live show. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, I do remember
we
that.
did that we did that at Ground Control, and we opened for Paradise Didi. And that was at Ground Control, and it was on her. It was a virtual show, but she also had it on her Instagram Live. And I won't forget, I was looking back at my set after I got off.
Yeah.
Man, bro. Nobody was there for anybody. They were only there for her. Every single artist that night got shit talked about them from her followers, bro. Shit was crazy. Like, they were like, this guy sucks. This girl can't sing. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, what the fuck?
Dang,
like,
they're just stands.
People were like, she has stands, bro. That's super dope. But at the same time, I was like, damn, bro, people fucking hate a lot, bro. I knew that going into being an artist. I knew not everybody's gonna like what I do. But then it's like actually seeing it live as I'm performing and getting off the stage and like going to her live and like looking back at the comments. This guy sucks. And then
Look, man, I don't know, dude. You're like you kind of sort of said it in a way. I mean, imagine if you have like 1 million followers. There's gonna be way more. So I think you just gotta separate yourself from that and just,
like I mean, I don't pay no mind.
Take it in, but don't let it fucking get to you.
Everybody's gonna have their opinion, bro.
Yeah.
Like so, at the end of the day, it's like I don't make my music for anybody else. I make it for me. If y'all like it. I forgot who said this, but like, welcome to the club. If you don't, bye. Like, I forgot who said that, but yeah,
that's cool because that works into my next topic. Do you know who Anthony Fantano is?
That name sounds familiar.
He's a music critic on YouTube. He's probably like the biggest like music critic on YouTube.
I've probably seen the name a few times, but I don't know who he is.
He's a melon.
Yeah, he's a melon. But yeah, no, he's like one of like the biggest music critic. But so recently, do you know who Isaiah Rashad is?
Yeah.
Okay, so he released his album.
That's him.
That melon-headed fool.
So he released his album, and Fantano reviewed it, and he kind of gave it a bit more negative a response to it.
Okay.
You know, and Isaiah responded to Fantano on Twitter. And where he was just kind of saying like, hey, you don't really understand my perspective in a sense. He did kind of bring up race in a bit. And it became a very big topic on Twitter. But like, I bring that up because like, you as an artist, how do you deal with critics who, you know, critically just say like, hey, I don't like your music. I don't like your art, this and that.
I mean, if they come to me like in a respectful manner and they're like, hey, I don't like this. You could have done this better. I'm like, okay, well, why don't you like it? Like, I want to know why. If you just don't like it, you just don't like it. That's plain and simple.
Yeah.
But if you don't like it, and you have your reasoning behind it, whether I could have punched in here, or the delivery could have been better here, or whatever the case may be. If you give me reasoning, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna go back and listen to whatever you're telling me you don't like. I'm gonna listen to it. And odds are, I don't know if it's a mental thing, but I'm going to hear exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, because oftentimes I feel people don't recognize their own flaws until someone points them out. And you go back or you look at it, you listen to it, and you're like, damn, he's right.
Yeah, it really is like that.
Because then you'll have that mental battle in your hair. It's like, in your head, it's like, was that bad? I think he was right. No. He's wrong. Oh, replay it.
Because I mean, we even had the conversation with like Cody, where he would just like Cody was saying, you have to show your music, at least for the music side, like show it to other people. Don't show it to like other artists. Show it to like other people, so to get their perspective.
He's right, because I feel as an artist, you cannot gain a fan to another artist. Like, I can't sit here and make Cody a fan of my music. I can't sit here and make Donnie a fan of my music. because they have their own music.
They're working on this shit.
which is they're dope. I fuck with them, but at the same time, they're not gonna be a down like a stan, whatever you want to call it, of my music because they got their own shit they're working on, and I respect that 100%. You gotta, Cody's right. You gotta go to other people and get their views on it.
You gotta get the perspective of the people you're trying to present it to.
Right, because I mean, someone that's behind the microphone or in the studio like you, they're gonna know what you're doing. They're gonna hear it. But as for someone who, goes to their 9 to 5, goes home, makes dinner, goes to bed, they're not gonna know everything that goes on behind that door, besides you and obviously other artists. So if you take it to someone like that, he's not gonna hear you punching in, or he could have punched in there maybe. He's not gonna hear everything, and he's gonna say for what it is. I feel if you take it to another artist, of course, everyone's trying to build each other up most of the time. They're gonna be like, oh, it's dope.
Yeah.
They'll listen to 10 seconds. Oh, it's fucking dope, bro. I fuck with it.
Yeah,
They don't even listen to it.
Exactly.
They're more of just trying to be, I don't want to say like a yes man, but in a sense, they're just trying to support, be like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to do my own thing.
And I mean, that's why I like, I can't, if someone drops an album, I'm not going to sit there and play track 4, track 8, track 3. Nah, I'm going to listen to it 1, 2, in the order, because it's there for a reason. It's in that order for a reason.
That's how I like to listen. I like to listen to it, straight front to back.
Exactly.
I don't like to skip around.
I mean, it's hard to skip around for me. If it's a new album and someone just put it out, it's hard for me to skip around.
Yeah, like why as an artist are you telling me to listen to track 4? Shouldn't I be listening to all of the songs because
exactly
that's what you
but what I
me.
did do research on before I dropped my album. Like we talked about earlier, people have real short attention spans. So you want to put your best track of the album. You don't want to put it last. You don't want to put it in the middle of it. You want to put it at track 4. If you look at most albums, 9 times out of 10, the best song on the album is track 4. I promise you. Like I talked about this when I was recording the album.
This sounds like an experiment I want to play.
I mean, you go look.
I believe it. I know that like you do want to start off with some energy. You want to keep them interested.
Of course.
So yeah, I mean,
yes, I mean you want to put your best track.
Track
4. Track 4.
I don't know. I've never made an album for myself,
bunch
but
of rap albums
it makes sense to have a strong intro. Okay.
What's Riff Raff number 4th track on his album, Neon Icon?
Tiptoeing on my Jordans?
Nah, it's like let me know what Riff Raff.
That's the only song that could come to my head. But hey,
shout out to Riff Raff.
Shout out to the Riff Raff. Dude, I think Gino cut you off before you're about to start talking about Hopsin. Is that
when was that?
Is that I don't know. You just mentioned Hopsin for a little bit.
I did earlier. I've heard his name one time.
I've heard that's like your guy.
Damn. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and say nah. I don't fuck with. I do fuck with. I'm the typical, white kid that fucks with Hopsin, bro.
The skater kid who listens to Hopsin.
I sag my pants because
no, I fuck with Hopsin. I used to listen to a lot of his music. Cody is actually the one who kind of put me on Hopsin back in the day.
Yeah.
Another white person who liked Hopsin.
That's like his typical fan, bro. The white kid, bro. They say
the old Eminem stands. They're like, let's move on to a new artist.
Basically.
Nah.
But yeah, I do fuck with Hopsin though.
Still, would you fuck with all this new stuff?
Actually, yeah. That he has that track that he just put out not too long ago. Alone with Me. I fuck with that song. And there's another one.
Yeah, because I know he did like a COVID freestyle. I don't know if it was like last year.
COVID Mansion. That dropped in April, I want to say.
I think it was last year he dropped it.
It was last year. But right before that, he put out that song, I Don't Want It. And I guess he was going through some like real mental battles.
Oh, I heard that one.
Yeah. But he stepped away for a minute.
That sounds like I'm quitting.
He moved to fucking
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam,
yeah. Yeah, he's in Amsterdam now. And no, that's pretty cool because I recently saw a podcast with him on No Jumper.
Yeah.
That was like a month ago or so.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was a really good podcast. He was talking about his mental state and like how just quarantine or just life and his music scene.
Right.
But I feel like it seems like he's kind of in a better place. That's cool. That's cool. as an artist or even just as
Yeah,
a human
I
to
I
like
know
move
he
to
had a
Amsterdam?
lot of shit going on with his son's mom and
baby mamas.
I know.
yeah, and then of course Funk Volume breaking up. You know, I know that took a toll on him. Like all that happened at the he was just going through a real bad spot. You know.
That does suck with the whole thing. I remember
Funk
that.
Volume was cold as fuck, bro. Everybody in that group was cold, but
Was his name
Dizzy
Dizzy
Wright?
Wright?
Dizzy Wright,
Dizzy
Jaren
Wright?
Bennon, DJ Hoppa, you know, it's
You know, Minus got a song with Dizzy.
yeah, I heard that, bro. That was fucking hot, bro. Like I fucked with it. I was like, I remember when he posted that he was dropping. I was like, damn, that's fucking dope. Like Dizzy
Yeah.
Wright's one of my favorite artists, bro. I was like, fuck, that's live.
That's dope. Nah, yeah, because I remember whenever I checked out Hopsin, you know, as the years went on, he was signing more artists. I remember catching on to Dizzy, and I was like, man, this dude is dope. Like,
Yeah, I think Swizz put him on to Dizzy Wright, if I'm not mistaken. but-
Swizz, like Swizz Beats.
No, Swizz is Dame's brother. Dame is the one that like caused the Funk Volume to crash, and
I'm lost right now.
I know too much about that fucking group, bro. I was
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I don't know too much. I honestly just know Hopsin and Dizzy. Those are like the
Yeah.
only two guys I knew
you should
from.
check out Jaren Benton when you can though. Jaren Benton's cold as fuck.
Jaren what?
Jaren Benton,
Jaren Benton. Okay.
yeah, he's dope.
Is he still putting out music?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think he had Hopsin on a song on his last album that he put out
Oh, that's dope.
not too long ago.
Hoppity Hopsin.
I knew that was gonna come up in this interview, bro. I felt it. Like I was like, I just felt it. I felt it coming, bro. I just didn't know when it was gonna come.
So, do you have anything new you're working on as an album or E EP?
Yeah, I got a Closet Sessions Volume 2. That is,
Closet
it's
sessions.
done.
Closet Sessions.
It's done. There's one feature on it, which is Donnie. It's a 4-track EP.
You got that guy?
It's done, but
What's holding it back?
what is holding? That's a good question.
Sand it. Sand it.
Yeah. I mean, I know my engineer's been real busy with work, and you know he got a couple things going on. So you know, I'm not gonna sit here and hound him like, hey, bro, I need this right fucking now. Like,
Yeah.
you know, bro, it's cool. Just take your time with it. You know, I know you have your process. I'm not gonna sit here and be on your back about it, especially you know what's understood doesn't have to be explained. So it's like, you know, take your time with it. And I'm not gonna rush you. If we get to 2022 and it's still I still don't have it, I'm like, hey bro, what the fuck's going on, bro?
I thought you were going so early. Just like if we get to 2022, like
Nah, if I don't have the EV by then I'll probably be like, hey bro, this shit been done for 8 months, bro. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll have it to me probably by the end of this month, maybe early next month. But I'm not stressed about it. It'll happen. And then I got a single with my boy Thomas Jake, and that will drop when I get that back too.
Do you plan on doing any shows later this year? Do you have anything lined up?
No,
that you can speak to?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have anything lined up. Last show I did. Fuck, when's the last show I did? I don't even know. I've been looking for shows, but then at the same time, well, I did. I had one show lined up, and I was on it, and I was working at FedEx at the time. It was a Kush Fest 2 that this guy on Facebook, Ash McCray, put together, and
Sounds interesting.
it was at Reptiles. There was fucking hella weed there, I know that. But I was working at FedEx at the time, and he's like, artists be here by 8. I'm like, all right, cool, dope. I got work. I get off around probably 5 or 6. I'll be there. Bro, I had a shitty fucking route that day, bro. And I'm driving. It's like 7:30. I'm driving back to the terminal. My fucking tire blows out, bro. And I'm on 35 in Selma, New Braunfels. And I'm like, fuck, bro. And I'm sitting there waiting for our like mechanic to come give me a new truck, because there's no spares on the trucks. And I text him, I'm like, say, bro, I can't fucking make it. I'm stranded in New Braunfels. I said, if you can come get me, cool. If not, you know, I'm letting you know now, bro. My bad. And then I had a show. Oh, wait, no, I did have a show not too long ago. It was at Epic Bar. It was, I think it was called Fuego Friday, something like that.
Fuego Friday.
Something like that. I was there. I left there early, though, because my daughter started having trouble breathing, And my girl was like, you need to get home. She's having trouble breathing. We share a car. So I was like, fuck. But at the same time, the way that I look at it is I was like, you told artists to be here by 10, bro. It's 12:30 and no one's performed. I was like,
What?
yeah, bro. So I fucking left, bro. I was like, man,
That's
I'm
so
out.
late.
And it
Like-
sucks, bro, because I had people show. I pulled what I had people show up. I'm all outside with my like posse or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And my girl starts telling me, daughter's having trouble breathing. Like, you need to get home. We need to go to the doctor. I'm like, cool. I was like, well, not cool, but fuck. Like, I gotta go. It's 12:30. Bro, people should have been performing. We should be in the middle of the set list by now,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm saying like aren't bars closing at 2? Like
yeah, so I left. I messaged him. I was like, "Say, bro, I can't make it." And then he was like, "You missed a good turnout," and I'm like, "No one went on till 1 a.m, bro. What the like?"
everybody just did like 5 minutes.
Like the sets were 10 minutes, but I'm just like, when you tell an artist, when you telling me to be here by a certain time, I'm gonna expect everybody else to be there within 5-10 minutes of that time.
I could tell you that he's very punctual.
Yeah, bro. My mom taught me, bro, when I was young, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late, bro.
No, that's true.
That's what I was taught
I'm kind of
growing
the
up.
same way. I'm very punctual as well.
Yeah.
I mean, how often does that happen? Like in shows, like where it's late.
That's the first time that's ever happened.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've done shows with a bunch of different promoters. I've done shows with that booking company, Afton. It's never been that bad. Like, I've probably went on stage maybe 15, 20 minutes late, but I've never sat at a venue for 2.5 hours not knowing what the fuck is going on the whole time I'm there.
They never explain to y'all like, hey, this is.
And then the worst part was around 11:45, he calls me on. He's like, "Where's your set?" I'm like, "Oh, I sent it to this person. She said she sent it to you." He's like, "I don't got it." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "What? What the fuck happened?" But I sent him my set. That wasn't a big deal. My issue was 2.5 hours, bro.
Yeah, no, that's
a long fucking time. And I mean, I talked
Bro,
to
I get
other
hungry
artists.
in that time.
hell yeah. I would have been like, yo, I gotta go get something to
My
eat.
brother was there. He's like right before we left, he was like, "Bro, I'm getting fucking hungry, bro."
That's what I'm telling you. Like, fuck.
That's crazy.
And probably over here with some nerves and shit. Like, I'm about to go on stage.
Yeah, bro, I was waiting.
And then it's taking forever.
I was like, I'm performing tonight. I'm stoked, haven't performed in a
Man,
minute.
these people don't know how to set up these shows.
And fucking tune. And then that's the last show that I had like planned. And
Do those shows help you in a way? You show up in there in front of, you're pretty much just performing in front of other artists.
you know,
Do you actually like get a good turnaround?
I try to
Or is it
try
just-
to bring people out.
Or is it just something like as an up and coming artist, you just have to push through all those?
You
push through
know,
all
I feel every artist looks at it different.
Yeah.
Because you got those artists that they've gained their following based off their shows, you know, which is super dope. No hate against it, but I've had my biggest growth on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had my biggest growth and traction on Twitter where it's to the, like, you know, where I'm looking at my stats and I'm seeing where different listeners are coming from. I'm going through who follows me. And I'm like, okay, this person's in that general area. Maybe it's not. I was like, that's fucking cool. So especially seeing the numbers, I'm like, they have to be showing it to somebody that they know, you know? And so it's just like, to me, it's like, that's where I've had my biggest growth. I've had no real growth on local shows. I like performing. That's why I'll do them. And I'll bring out, you know, 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 people. Because I'm like, when I've had to sell tickets for a show, I've sold 75, 80 tickets here in San Antonio.
Shit.
Nice.
And that's like, I can do it.
You're in the wrong profession, man. You need to become a salesman.
I used to sell cars.
See, there you go. I see it.
I used to sell
That's smart.
cars.
Just do the next thing. Just sell skateboards.
I mean, there's no real big commission on selling skateboards. So
Well, I don't know.
take one.
If you already get 75 people to, you sell 75 tickets, then you bring those.
bro, that show was fucking.
Then you bring those 75 people, and then you should have sold some merch in there.
That show was fucking. I remember that show. That show was. That was probably the best show I've done, bro. Just honestly. Like
I bet.
That show was great.
You had all the people you knew over there feeling comfortable. You're like, these people came to support me.
It was
I'm
through
happy.
Afton too, so I got a decent payout on the show. It was,
Nice.
Honestly, I don't know who Afton.
Afton is
Me
like this-
neither, but I heard
Yeah,
you
it's
got
like
a
a
decent
booking
pay.
company.
So nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that's pretty cool. Like rapping wise, like how long you been rapping for? But like taking it actually like serious. Like, hey, this is what I want to like do my art and.
I've been taking making music and rapping seriously probably for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Maybe a year and a half, 2 years, around that time.
Whoa. I was expecting like longer.
Oh,
That's
no.
cool, man.
I mean, I've dropped music since the junior year.
Yeah.
But yeah, like before my daughter was born, so March 2019, when I found out that I was gonna have my daughter, that's probably when I really, put my back against the wall and was like, let's fucking do it. Let's just go full throttle. I've fucking dropped like 40 songs last year. Nowhere near that this year, but
I mean, it was the pandemic year, so like,
yeah,
everybody was
that really
releasing.
made. I feel like that really made or broke people.
Yeah.
Was the pandemic, because you had a huge lack of inspiration from your normal daily life that you used to write your music, and you had some people that needed that, and you had some people that didn't need that, and the people that didn't need that inspiration from just daily life, they made it through. And the people that did are, they're trying to pick up the pieces still, which sucks because fuck last year, but it is what it is.
I agree with you.
Yeah, fuck last
Fuck
year.
2020.
2020 was a bad year
Bro,
for
2020
everybody
fucking
except for Jeff
sucked.
Bezos.
Fuck
Fuck him too.
2020.
Fuck
Let's just
Amazon.
get out of our system. Fuck 2020. Fuck 2020.
Yeah, what a strange year.
Let me say it one more time. Fuck 2020. All right.
But yeah,
What about this year? Feel good about this year? Shit, 2022 is our year, man. Don't worry.
I got-
2022.
I got laid off this year, bro.
2022 is
fuck
our year.
2021. Too.
Ah,
I got laid off with the second round of COVID, man, and ever since that happened in March, bro, my life has been fucking steadily just going downhill, bro.
oh God, I feel so bad. No,
sucks.
man, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck. I took it somewhere dark. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. We're gonna be all right. All right.
Yeah, we
Just
gonna
know
get through it.
everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna get through it.
Yeah, you just gotta push through it. That's it.
There's nowhere to go but up,
Basically,
except when you're going down.
you can always go back up.
Well, you're at rock bottom, bro. There's nowhere else to go but up.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah,
Exactly.
facts. But yeah, we're coming close to an hour. What'd you think of the beer?
It was good, real smooth. I'd recommend it to people. It was fucking good if you ask me.
Nah, it is good. I've been drinking more of these Mexican style lager. It's weird that they call it Mexican style. Like, I don't know what's considered a Mexican style lager. Like,
Maybe the
why?
artwork.
Is that it? Like, they just do the artwork and they're like, okay, it's considered a Mexican style.
Like the Danny Trejo you had.
Yeah,
They just,
I had a Danny Trejo one. It was like Mexican style lager. I was like,
just because it had a Mexican face on it, Danny Trejo face.
yeah, the most random thing.
Man,
but-
did it have a name or just a Danny Trejo beer? Should have been like Machete beer or like.
I don't remember, but I don't. I know for a fact it was not Machete beer. See, they missed the opportunity on that.
El Machete.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good beer. I like it. I'm becoming accustomed to this Mexican style lager, especially during these hot
Man, that
days.
shit was good.
So
I was hoping we had more. Like we, fuck. I'm taking the second one slow. I'm taking it on a ride.
but is there anything you want to plug in?
Fuck with me on Apple Music, Spotify, Kid G. All my socials are the same, Kid G _619. And
619.
yeah, I'm from San Diego originally.
Oh shit.
So that's if you fuck with Xbox, bro, it's Kid G210 on there.
What do you play?
I'm
What are
on
we
Madden,
playing?
Skater XL. Sometimes I play Call of Duty.
I mean, I have Xbox, but I hardly play.
Yeah, add me on Xbox at. Hold on, let me remember. Rick the Jules. Hell yeah.
I think my Xbox name is Gina Millionaire, honestly. So
Yeah, that's your name tag.
yeah.
Hey man, you never know. What if we're not, marketing to the right people? What if we're like we make a podcast on Xbox Live, and then we get all these people to talk shit, and then we become best friends? 'Cause I got a friend from Canada that I met on Xbox Live. That's a homie.
Hey, like you meet a lot of cool people just Xbox and PlayStation, just
I
playing online.
got a homie of a homie that actually he's from Canada too.
Yeah.
He says that every time they're playing Apex or whatever, he's always the songs that I have that friend on. He's always playing them in the background on live so people can fucking hear it. That shit's so dope.
Yeah, man. All right. yeah, this was it. This was the Open Bar Podcast. We're glad to have Mr. Kid Galactic over here. I'm just kidding, Kid G. It was a good time, man. We had a good beer. Hope everybody had a good time. Hit that like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff because we need it. Thank you. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.